Hi, I'm Melissa.
I'm Kathy.
And we are with the Limitless Tribe. We're here with Pretty Little Reads co-hosting a vision board event.
We're so excited to be hosting this event. It's not just vision boards, it's actually helping women create vision boards that become real, that become part of your life. So stay tuned for some BTS on this event.
Welcome to the Limitless Tribe, where two badass women build businesses, chase dreams, and keep it way too real. I'm Kat.
And I'm Mel. We're the founders of Powerhouse Admins and the Limitless Tribe. And we're inviting you into the messy middle, the mindset shifts, and the CEO glow-ups we never see coming.
Now let's get into it.
Come join us inside.
So let's just show you what we have here. We have beautiful tables decorated with all of the stuff to create a wonderful vision board.
We have wine. We have gorgeous women already mingling. And we're getting ready to start in just a little bit.
So Pretty Little Reads is all about community, connection, and just creating intentional spaces. So that's why we're here. Tonight is a collaboration between Pretty Little Reads and the Limitless Tribe, Melissa and Kathy.
Hi everybody, my name is Kathy. We're co-owners of the Limitless Tribe and the podcast. And we're so excited to be here with you guys today.
I'm Melissa. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much, ladies, and welcome. First of all, we want to thank Kat for creating a gorgeous space here, but also for inviting us to co-host. You've created a beautiful community, and we've seen all the things that you guys have created, how it's growing, and it shows in this room. So congrats to you. But congrats to you, ladies. I don't know if you've taken a moment to look around the room, but if you haven't, do that now. Just a couple seconds.
There's a lot of good energy in this room.
You're looking gorgeous, but not only are you gorgeous, but you showed up tonight on a Saturday night to invest in yourself, to learn something new, to grow, and to plan your 2026 intentionally. So congrats to you guys. It might be normal to you, but it's not something that everybody does. So congrats. My name is Kathy. I'm gonna make you guys feel young. I'm 43, and my daughter's 22, and this is my business partner.
I am 42, and I am Melissa. I also have a daughter. She's 23. So some of your ages, probably.
We're best friends, we're business partners, we're co-hosts of the Limitless Tribe podcast, and we're obsessed with personal development, with personal growth, with becoming the next versions of ourselves, living intentionally with our own goals, but without the pressure and without the need to be perfect. So that's what we kind of bring to our community and to our podcast. We created the podcast as a space to have open, vulnerable conversation, like about everything that's going on in our lives, from business, from relationships, parents, trauma, triggers, all of that, where we can talk about that comfortably. So the community is for women that are looking to grow together, to support each other, to celebrate each other's wins, and be there for each other during the struggles, because we all have different times when we're struggling, and we want to be there for that other woman when they're struggling. Today, we're going to talk about the vision boards, right? And most of you guys may have done a vision board before, but today is about doing a vision board that actually happens, that becomes real. I don't know if that's the experience you've had, or if you've built some that maybe not everything happened, or a lot of things didn't happen. So today we're going to give you some tips to actually make it a reality. Who's excited about making your dream a reality? Awesome. So we also own Powerhouse Admin. So that's our main business. We help entrepreneurs who are profitable already, but they're having a hard time scaling. I know I saw a lot of entrepreneurs in here. When you start out, you're wearing all of the hats. And it gets to be a limit of how much overwhelm and how much work you can actually handle. So that's where we come in, and we come in like a business partner, looking at what you are doing, finding out about your business, what your goals are, where you're trying to go, where you're stuck. And we create systems and processes to help make that a reality without that overwhelm. So that's our goal. And today, when we do the vision board, it's not about being perfect. It's not about showing off. It's going to be about learning about yourself, what aligns best with you, and creating something that you're really proud of and excited to make happen.
As Kathy mentioned, right? Anyone can create a vision board. You don't need any special skills to do this, but there's a difference between creating a vision board and creating one that comes to life, right? You want it to come to reality. So there's a couple of things like do's and don'ts, what a vision board is and is not, that we want to go over. So it's not a wish list. You don't just want to put things on there that, you're wishing will happen. You want to use it as a clarity tool. Where do you want to be in the end of 2026? Where do you want to be in your future? What are the things that you want to bring into your life, right? and really set that intention, make it clear, be clear about those goals. It's not manifestation without effort. So you really want to know what your goal is and you're going to work towards it. So there's things that you need to do in, the year to get towards those goals, to make those things a reality. You also don't want to set it and forget it. If you create the vision board today and then you put it in your closet and don't look at it again, nothing's really going to happen, right? So it is pretty, you're going to make it pretty, but you want to have it out, right? Kathy and I have them as our wallpaper on our desktop, on our watches, as our, background on there. We have them in our office, constantly looking at them, making sure that we bring this into our reality. And it's a roadmap for what you're building. So if you go and you look at your neighbors and you're like, her picture is pretty, I'm just going to put that on mine, right? But it's not something you really want. So it's not going to align with you. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure it's what aligns with you so you bring it into your life. So it's not about getting it perfect. It's about creating something that aligns with you so that you can grow and get to the next level.
So before we get started on planning 2026, we wanted to do a fun activity and take one quick look back at 2025. So you don't want to dwell on the previous year. You don't want to get stuck on the negative, but every year, no matter how hard, brings good. There's wins that we have. We do so much that the wins they get forgotten. But there's a lot of wins even on the worst year. And on those hard years, you also have a lot of lessons. So I don't know if you guys have seen the trend toward the end of 2025, where you write down something you're really proud of in that year on a little piece of paper and then you put it on a cake.
Yes.
We're gonna do that.
We're gonna do it.
Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be the perfect thing. We're not in competition. It's something that stands out for you as it was the most meaningful.
My name's Kadia, and in 2025, I left my job after 8 years, but then I found the perfect job in 2 weeks.
My name's Natasha. I went to therapy to deal with social anxiety, and now I'm here with all these beautiful people.
My name's Carter, and I'm a fairly new mom, and I survived 2025 with a toddler.
My name is Valerie, and I worked on managing my mental health in 2025.
My name is Tiffany, and I graduated college and also finished my cybersecurity certificate.
My name is Kateli, and in 2025, I became debt-free.
Hi, my name is Kathy. I'm super shy, and in 2025, I still started a podcast.
Hi, my name's Melissa, and in 2025, I fixed all of my gut health.
I don't know if this has happened to you, but what I dream today for myself is so much more than I dreamt for myself 5 years ago. And what I will dream 5 years from now will be even bigger.
So when we're talking about manifestation, we're talking about your whole life, not just one piece of it, right? You want to make sure that you are choosing categories in all areas and not just focusing on one. Why? Because you're a whole person, right? With a whole life. If you're just focusing on adventure, yes, it's fun and you want to go places and you want to travel, but do you need money to get there? Or do you need good health, right? So you want to focus on multiple areas. You don't just want to limit it. These are the categories that we've listed here. These are the ones that we've seen mostly on vision boards, right? And you pick different ideas for each. But it's also not limited to these. You might have some that you want to focus on that aren't on this, in these categories. That's fine. Just make sure that you add whatever you need and what's good for your life onto your vision board. So when we're focusing on finance and career, it could be a specific dollar amount that you want to get for your salary, or maybe you own a business and you want, that revenue to come in, a specific revenue. But it could also be that you want financial freedom. Maybe you want to travel more and work, so you want to work from home setting, travel, work from anywhere. That's fine, you can add that. Maybe your job is very stressful and you just want something new for this year. So that would go under finance and career. Under health, so maybe it's aesthetics, maybe you want to look a certain way, but maybe you want, gut health, you want to go, you haven't been to the doctor last year, you want to go get your blood work done, make sure that you're doing okay. And for relationships, it could be a love interest.
If it's a relationship, if it's a specific person, it's not the person. You like the qualities of that person. You like the way that person looks, the way they carry themselves. So you want to talk about those qualities that you want in your person, or better. Because sometimes even in relationships, we don't want the best for ourselves.
So you want to make sure that you're choosing different areas, different categories, and just adding those here. It's about creating a whole life that feels right for you.
How are you guys doing? Good?
So when you do your vision board, you want to put like a well-rounded vision. So you don't want to have like, in the beginning I was very finance career focused, and that was almost everything. And then I started to like evolve as I got older. So I have stuff for career, I have stuff for relationships, I have stuff for health. So you want to put the categories that you want to focus on this year. So it won't just be one.
Right, it'll be multiple.
Yeah.
Kind of probably not good, but I set it as my password. Obviously with other stuff.
That's good.
And I constantly have to put it in, and it's just
I
reminds
want things to come with ease into my life this year, but I like having 2 words. Why not?
Like what the book says. It says like the more you speak things into existence, the more you talk about it, the more you manifest. So putting it as your password, absolutely reminding yourself that this is my word, this is what I'm living up to.
And it's only us that's really holding us back.
Yeah,
which is awesome. Exactly.
we're our biggest critics.
Yes.
I love that. That is amazing. And you're going to have that respect. I feel like we are always, I don't know.
Starting to know that you're the one that can fix it.
Yes.
Just
It
not
gives you so
next,
much.
but
I did for 2020.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like in my past relationships, I've always like tried too hard to make people like me. And when I met my husband, I told myself that I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I'm me. I'm not going to dim my light. I'm not going to make myself more. I'm just who I am. So amazing.
So this part is one of the most important parts, I think, and one that I'm still working on myself. It takes a little bit of time sometimes. So it's your beliefs. Beliefs create your reality. And the quote that I read that is still, every time that I read it, it just hits me every time, said, "You can't out-manifest what you don't believe you're worthy of." So this is huge. A lot of times we do a vision board and we say we're going to get there. We might even put a lot of action into getting there. But if you don't believe that you're worthy of it, that you're capable of it, or you're scared that when you get there, you might not be able to hold that win, then that's going to create some resistance between you and your goal. And it's really just us doing that. So the core truth is that you can't outperform your self-worth. It starts with self-worth and then the action. Alignment is going to matter more than the aesthetics. And if you don't believe it's possible or deserved, the vision's just going to be something you look at, but not something that becomes real. And it's going to create actually frustration to keep looking at what you want and it's not happening, and not realizing that maybe it's you that's holding you back from that goal. So a lot of people skip the hard work, which is working on your limiting beliefs that are blocking you. Low self-worth, building that self-worth, and creating what you're going to allow into your life and who you're going to allow into your life, what you expect from people when they come into your space. With relationships, right? I think a lot of people say they want a great relationship that's healthy, that's good, but sometimes if we're not ready to receive that, or we don't really think we're worthy of that, if we don't think we're ready to receive it, we're going to not give that person a chance. My husband spent 7 years in the friend zone. We joke that he's going to have his picture in the dictionary under friend zone. So I wasn't ready yet, even though I thought I was, and I was doing all the things, but I really wasn't yet. And other times when your self-worth is so low, you say you want this, but you allow people with lower expectations and lower qualities coming into your life when that's not what you're really looking for. But that might be all you think you deserve, and that's not true. So with work, it happens as well. We work so hard to get to these dream careers, dream positions, to get the promotions. And sometimes you're the hardest working person in the room, but you might not be the most confident. So if you're the hardest working and you're going for this position and you're doing everything you can, have you ever had somebody come in underqualified, less intelligent, and get the promotion? Yes. Yes.
Loud and wrong.
So true. So you need to know that you've already got all the skills that you need for that role. You can do the action, but you've already got everything in you. And if you're not convinced, you're not convincing anybody else. So when it comes to belief, what belief does the next version of yourself no longer carry?
Yes. Beautiful.
Yes.
I heard undeserving over here.
Yes. Yes, I love that. I'm working on, I always say that I'm shy, and I stuck that to that label. I don't want that label anymore. So it needs to start with me not saying it and putting myself out there and doing events like this one, starting the podcast, and just doing things scared, even though it's scary. It's something that's exciting and moving you towards what you really want to be.
So visualizing with emotion, this is where your vision board really starts to work. So it's not something that's just pretty to look at. It's something that you want to feel into. When you're choosing your pictures, you're choosing your categories, you're cutting them out, you want to ask yourself, how does this make me feel? How do I carry myself when this is my life? Who do I show up? How do I show up, speak, move, and decide as this version of myself? So use your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel in your body? It should excite you. These, categories that you're doing and the pictures that you're choosing and the woman that you are becoming and that you're going to step into, it should excite you. It should give you like a lot of happiness, and it should be a little scary, but in a good way. So if it's something that you are selecting, but you're really not sure of, and it terrifies you and it makes you want to throw up and not do it, don't do it. That's not for you. But if it's something that is exciting, but nerve-wracking at the same time, maybe you want to start a business, but you don't know how, but you know that's what you want and you're scared, that's good, go for it, because that's going to align with you. So emotion is what makes the vision real to your nervous system. So professional athletes actually visualize with emotion constantly. So NFL players, when they're out, they're on the field, they are visualizing themselves catching the ball in the end zone, scoring that touchdown, hearing the crowd go wild, feeling like they won the Super Bowl. They visualize it, they feel it so that they can then take it to action. We want to do the same. We want to cut out these pictures. We want to look at our vision boards, and we want to step into that person and know that that's the woman we are now. Not at the end of the year, not in 3 years, but right now. Feel those emotions. So your brain doesn't really distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. So what happens? Say you were in a terrible car accident, God forbid, 2 years ago. And today you're sitting here thinking about that accident and your body tenses up, it gets nervous, and you start sweating. Your brain doesn't know that that's not happening right now. It thinks that that is going on right at this moment. So it's the same with visualizing what you want for your future. Your brain thinks you're already there if you're visualizing with that excitement. So you want to make sure that's what you're doing. Look at that vision board after you create it and really get excited about the person you're stepping to.
On every vision board for years, Mel knows I have had health, which I've been trying to get healthier, trying to lose weight, trying to eat better, trying to move more. And it kind of gets me every year. And I realized recently everything kind of came together where instead of trying to do what I should be doing, I need to find what it is that I love and something that I really enjoy, and it's going to remove that resistance. So I don't enjoy going to the gym. I've tried a couple things. I love yoga, and recently I got into Pilates. I love Pilates. So the person that cannot make it to the gym, I bought memberships, I didn't go. I finally found something that I love. It doesn't have that resistance. And I started in January. I've done 10 classes in January. I don't think I've ever done 10 classes of anything in 1 month. So when you're thinking of things, find the way that's easiest for you to get there. For me, it's location. I need something that's kind of close. I need to feel good when I'm in that space. And I need to love the workout. And for somebody in the back that mentioned that they might be two things, manifesting specific or non-specific, I feel like I'm a little bit of both, right? But on my board, I like it to be more free and open, but that doesn't mean that I don't break it down after. So first question, you should have already a few things. Is there something on your vision board that is slightly outside your comfort zone, that scares you a little bit, that is like your most exciting item or exciting thing?
Like just kind of documenting, for example, my first time going to boxing. So I've been wanting to do boxing for a while, maybe some years now.
And that's very true. It always gets better. Life's always changing. It's evolving. You're never in the same place forever. But a lot of times we do feel that way, that it's not going to change and that we're just stuck in this, constant cycle. But it gets better.
Okay, so on my vision board, I have a new home. Okay. It's scary, but the reason why I put it on my vision board is because I really want to move.
And I think the more you take those risks when you're feeling it, and although you feel like you're leaving so much behind, on the other end, you're going to get so much. And the more that happens, you're going to trust the process and know that when you're feeling the need to change or move, something better is coming on the other side.
So as you guys are choosing your images, is there anything that you're noticing you're consistently drawn to?
I feel like I really want to really focus on words of affirmation, like you deserve rest, you deserve relaxation, you deserve like a softer life, and just you deserve this promotion. Just kind of remind myself that I'm deserving of all things, whether it's something that the parts me to work, or the parts me to do nothing. Because I can be both, and I shouldn't be ashamed of wanting to not do something. You know what I'm saying? So
I love that. So I'm consistently drawn to boundaries, having more boundaries. It's something that I've been working on for years. It's not perfect, but it gets better each year. Kathy knows. She's the one that put me on this path of having boundaries. But I don't know many of you, but I come from a Cuban household that they have no boundaries. Oldest, only daughter, or if you're the oldest daughter, you're expected to do everything for everyone. And that's how I've lived my life, just helping everyone in my family constantly, while I put myself on the back burner. So for, the last 7 years, I think I've been working on boundaries, and every year it gets a little bit better. So it's a work in progress, but I know that one day they'll all be set up.
Yes, I remember meeting with Mel when we first met. We would go to coffee shops or restaurants and we'd close the place down and we shared everything. I don't know why instantly we just were super vulnerable. And she would tell us like, we have to do this and this. And we're like,
I would make my brother's doctor's appointments, and he's 4 years old.
And the whole family, the wife, like
craziness. And he had a kid and was married. Okay. Like, it was bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's come a long way.
How did they react? Like your family and friends react when you started?
At first there was some resistance, and still now, like, they aren't always perfect about it. Like, they'll ask me to do things and I'm like, your wife can do that for you. So it does take time. And even now, I don't, every now and then something will sneak through the cracks and I'm like, damn it, I thought I was getting better at this. But it is a little hard because they're accustomed to me letting them do this, right? So I started the problem.
Yeah.
I should have been more vocal from the beginning, and I wasn't. So then I've had to, train them on what I want. So it's hard. It's a work in progress. They weren't very happy.
I think it's like training. You have to do it. It's not like 0 to 100. You're starting with the little things, maybe the things that are easiest, and then you ease into it.
Especially for you, Sean.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you have to realize they're only doing it because you let them.
Yeah.
And you're holding them back. I mean, these are things that they should be doing for themselves.
Yeah, the first time I said no and I'm going to the beach, it was like, what do you mean you're going to the beach and you're not gonna, do all this stuff for me? I need my time. So it wasn't met with much, happiness, but it gets better.
So remember that your identity is going to determine what you manifest. What identity are you releasing from previous years that's no longer coming with you in 2026?
People pleasing, feeling like if someone's not happy, it's your responsibility to make them happy based on your actions and not staying true to yourself because you just want to make them happy. So letting that go, all for me.
I love that, ladies. And I'm going to do a small plug to our podcast because there's 2 things I heard today that we talk about. One that's been the biggest life changer for me is changing my relationship with my inner critic. I think for most of us, she's really mean. She cracks the whip. And I had a hard time letting go of that. And even though it drove me forward, it was painful and it was exhausting. So when I learned to change that conversation and make my inner critic more of my cheerleader, everything opened up for me and just was so much easier. I remember the date that I learned that. That's how life-changing it was. And that's what's allowed me to start the business that I dreamt of for years, starting the podcast. So I recommend that episode about the inner critic and what you just mentioned about being responsible for everybody's feelings. We have a lot with ourselves, ladies. It's too much to carry everybody else's weight as well. And even when you try to be perfect and you try to be there for everybody and you try to be the best version of yourself, you're still going to upset someone. And that doesn't mean it's yours or your fault. That just might be how that person is receiving that or something that they're going through.
If your future self already existed, how would she think, act, and make decisions?
From a place of confidence, power, and knowing her worth.
I love that.
I would say with patience, grace, a sound mind, and less anxiousness.
I love that.
What is one habit that the future version of yourself is going to protect like nothing else? The one habit that no matter what, you're going to honor for the whole year.
I'm going to say privacy.
eating more healthy, and standing up for myself. There's intentionality, just being more intentional and just making sure that everything that I do is with intent.
I just want to find joy in anything that I do. It's positivity. I lost my mom, my dad, my brother, and my grandmother in 2024. But I have learned that your perspective is your reality.
Yes.
And I find positivity in everything. So not why is this happening to me, but what am I learning from this? How can I become a better person with this? So I'm definitely just taking positivity in every situation. I could lose my job, my man could leave me, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna find the positive out of every situation.
I love that. My condolences. Beautiful. Taking aligned action. Here is where things really start to move, right? So vision and belief are gonna set your direction. Visualization is gonna make it more familiar, and action is gonna bring it into life. So you don't need the entire plan to know how it'll all work out. You just need to take the next step. So you want to align with what's on your vision board, but you need to actually work towards it, right? If you just create it and, like I said, put it in your closet or just look at it, but don't do anything to get there, it's not going to work. So you still need to put in the effort. So you don't need to know the entire plan. You don't need to know exactly how it's going to work and how you're going to get there, but you do need to take a step forward. So what's the next step, the next decision, or the next way you begin becoming this person who lives this life? So is it that you want to start a new job or a new career? Do you need to learn something new for that? Or is there a position open at the company that you work for and you need to just, apply for that position? What would be that next step to get to where you're going? If you're trying to mend a relationship, do you need to have a hard conversation with somebody? Do you need to contact that person? Write down, a little bit of information about what you want to speak about. Just take that step. Is it boundaries? Do you need to say yes or say no to more things? So just working on saying that no the first time. Or if you're trying to be healthy, is it creating better habits? So you want to go to the gym, you want to start a health routine. Maybe you just go and buy a cute gym outfit and that makes you feel good. And then after that, you sign up for your gym membership. So just taking that next step. You want to show up differently than you did before. You don't manifest by waiting, you manifest through movement. Does anybody have one habit that you can commit to for the next 30 days to support your vision?
So I know that a lot of people's goals are to go to the gym and do all of these big things fitness-wise, but for me, I actually started in December, just committing to do a 60-second plank every day.
I love it.
Just one little
Strengthen your core.
That has, we're at the end of January and I'm already starting to see
I love it.
The benefits.
Yes. So for me, it was drinking turmeric tea. I wanted to drink turmeric tea each night to have better sleep and to help with my inflammation. I read the Atomic Habits book and it said, about creating the habit and doing something that you're already doing and just attaching it to it. So every night I have a skincare routine. And I go into the bathroom, I wash my face, and I do my skincare. So what I started doing was putting my tea next to my bed, and after I do my skincare routine, I see it right there next to my bed. I take it to the kitchen, I make my tea, and I come back, I put it right where I found it, so that the next night I do the same thing. And I can say that for the month of January, I haven't missed a day.
Thank you. Once you said skincare routine, I really wanted to mention a few things. So I'm an esthetician, I own the spa in Hollywood, Florida, and I also own a skincare line. And I teach mental health and I teach the connection between skincare and mental health. And one thing that I teach is to create a nighttime routine and to understand that you are not a chore. Your skin is not a chore. A lot of times we walk around all day, right? And you're like, oh, I wish I had a moment to myself, or I wish I could do something for myself today. And you actually have an opportunity to do something for yourself every day when you do your skincare, right? Instead of going into the bathroom and rushing through your skincare routine or seeing it oh, it's another thing I gotta do. Oh, this is gonna take so long. This is the moment that you get to go into the bathroom, shush yourself. No kids, no husband, no work. It's nobody else in there. but yourself, right? You and your MVP, right? You get to look at your MVP in the mirror and you get to de-stress, take care of your skin, look at your little imperfections, just really love on yourself every single night and doing your skincare routine. And you wake up in the morning looking all glowy and hydrated, and you feel so much better. Like you wake up in the morning and you feel great because you poured into yourself the night before. So I love that you do that. It's so important.
It is.
For me, it's meditation and breathwork.
I love it.
Those are the two habits. I feel like breath is the foundation for like energy, and it actually releases a lot of anxiety.
Somebody mentioned earlier sharing her life and her struggles because it gets so much better on the other side, and wanting to inspire others. So anytime that you're growing, changing, or expanding outside of your comfort zone, it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's not sometimes, it's almost guaranteed that it's gonna be uncomfortable, but that's before it gets expansive. You might have had the same experience where some of the best years of your life come after some of the toughest years. When you've had the most struggles, whether it's financial, whether it's relationships, or sometimes it's just mental. A lot going on in your head that year, and it feels really, really tough. But once you get to the other side, it feels so much better. So that's what we strive for. And once you start to stack on that stuff, you're not going to be scared of the growth and the growing pains, because you know that it's part of getting to the best part of your life. So it can look like resistance, doubt, fear, slower progress than expected, and even old patterns coming up. We talk about this a bit with the inner critic. Sometimes when you want to do something new that's scary, it feels like it's scary and like you shouldn't do that. And if you go the easy route, you might skip it. But if you really think about this thing that's scaring you, if it's something that's good for you, it's probably that you just don't feel safe. You think it's something that's scary because it's new. You haven't experienced it yet. But if you talk to yourself in that way, you let yourself know that it's safe to do something new, it's safe to fail, it's safe to try something and not be great at it, you're gonna take more chances, and it's gonna open up the possibilities that you have right now. So it's gonna mean that you're expanding your capacity. Your identity is gonna be shifting. Your nervous system is adapting. That's a huge one. The nervous system adapting makes everything so much easier. You're stepping into something new. So when you're feeling the resistance and things like that, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's just part of the process. And discomfort is going to show up before the alignment comes into play. So challenges aren't a setback. They're confirmation that you're growing. So has anybody had a situation where they got really uncomfortable with something that was going on and they had to show up a different way than they normally did? They had to step out of how they normally show up in life.
I've always had a really bad habit of being late my whole entire life. And then I got a job as a flight attendant. I mean, like, I literally, right before I became a flight attendant, I sat down with my boss and she was like, if you show up late one more time, we're going to have to fire you, even though they were understaffed. And then I was like, well, I actually have to quit because I just got a job offer as a flight attendant. And she was like, well, you have to be early for that job, right? And I was like, yes, I do know that. And you know, it's one of those things where I wanted it so bad that I kind of just made myself like be on time. It was really like incredible because I wasn't even sure if I was capable of it, but yeah, I'm actually really proud of myself because I feel like I'm pretty punctual for the most part.
It's getting better.
You probably didn't want to go. You didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I told myself that I changed that because I really wasn't sure it was possible. So yeah.
Probably just didn't really like your other job.
Yeah. I'm going to share mine. One of my biggest challenges is a lot of what I want to do going forward puts me in the limelight. And I am terrified of the limelight. I want to be in the shadows, kind of supporting role. I love to be a leader because I can be in the back end guiding my team. And I'm not used to being in the front. I'm not used to speaking up or being loud. So I speak very low. And this is what I'm putting myself through now, is getting uncomfortable being comfortable being uncomfortable. Getting more on social media, starting the podcast, speaking up, sharing what I've been through, hoping, like you mentioned, that there's people out there that can really learn from that and grow and have that moment of realization that it can get better and they can move forward from where they are right now.
Release the pressure and receive. There's a difference between wanting something and needing it in order to be happy and okay, right? So when you're desperate and coming from a place of desperation and urgency, you're going to create resistance. So you want to make sure that your goals and what you're manifesting are creating excitement, curiosity, enjoyment, that you're trusting the process and that it creates openness. You don't want to create that desperation. How many times have you liked someone or been interested in someone and you have texted them, called them, wondered why they're not calling you back? You're just desperate for their attention, and they're not answering you. And you're wondering why. But as soon as you stop chasing them, all of a sudden, they're coming after you, calling you, wanting to know what you're doing, because you're creating that openness, right? You're not being desperate. You're not creating that desperation. So that's how you want to be with your goals and with what you're manifesting. You want it to be open and exciting. You don't want to come from a place of urgency. So this isn't, I need this to feel whole. It should be, I'm grateful for where I am now, the life I have now, but I'm excited for what's to come. It still can get better. So you don't want to chase your vision. You want to walk towards it. Everything has to come from a place of gratitude. And this works because it releases that pressure. It creates that openness. And when you release the need, you raise your capacity to receive. You don't attract what you force, you attract what you're in alignment to. So what part of your vision excites you, but also scares you a bit?
My wife and I not recently, but in the last couple of years, opened our marriage. And so she has had a girlfriend for a couple of years, and I have been too scared to put myself out there. And so 2026 is going to be the year where I put myself out there and I chase my bliss in a way that is not only healthy for me and the people around me, but is going to be so bright that it's going to encourage other people to live in their truth.
I love that.
So we just got married, but we've been together for a really long time. And so the topic of conversation is this will likely be our last year without children. And so there's just a lot of fear of losing my identity within motherhood, as I've seen countless times with other women around me. And so building all of these habits to ensure that when life literally changes in every aspect, we're able to stay a strong unit, but also that I'm able to know who I am despite all of these changes.
I love that. It's beautiful. And it's very important. You can't lose yourself. And you want to teach your kids that they can choose themselves too.
So we're getting to where most people are almost finishing their vision boards. And once you finish it, the first thing is we want to get to that point, right? We want to get there as fast as possible, ideally. And this is something that I heard on a podcast. It was called Manifestation Babe?
Yes.
And by Catherine Zankina. And she just explained it in a way that just made so much sense to me. So she says you can quantum leap into your dream life. Normally, I've been working towards my dream life, kind of inching towards it every year, a little bit at a time, but I want it to be easier and faster, right? So the quantum leap doesn't mean you have to work harder or do more. It means that you become a different version of yourself. So before I go into explaining it, I think for a lot of us that grew up with immigrant families and people that worked so hard, we grew up and we were taught that if you work really, really hard, then you can get what you want. And it's great to have built that work ethic muscle, but it doesn't have to be hard. It can get to be easy, and you can actually build and manifest a lot more without working so hard. So with quantum leaping, it happens, the way she explained it is your version of yourself right now with your current relationship, your current job, your current self-worth and goals is in this timeline. The one that you're building on your vision board is in this timeline over here. The way to get to that version of yourself the fastest is to identify as that version of yourself. Not only in how you show up, but the decisions that you make, the actions that you take, and just how you carry yourself throughout the whole year. If you already identify as a person who does that, you move different, and the jump to that version of yourself becomes almost instant. It becomes so much faster than if you're trying to do it a little bit at a time and grow slowly. So it won't end up being a slow growth that's linear. it might be a big shift that you see that it even surprises you. Or you might already have had those moments where you've had a huge year where you didn't even realize how much you grew in that year, or you grew in ways that you didn't even imagine possible. From the outside, it's going to look like it happened fast, but on the inside, it's going to be you working on those limiting beliefs, on that self-worth, on loving yourself, on giving yourself permission to do what you love and finding what you actually are in love with. From the outside, it's going to look like it just happened for you, like easily. Just like how people think people get rich quickly, it happens through a lot of changes mentally, right? So you're going to let go of old versions of yourself that don't align with you anymore, and choose your future self over and over again. The vision board isn't going to be predicting the future. It's going to be your roadmap, and it's going to help you step into the version of yourself that you want to become. So it's that reminder, kind of what would that version of me do in every decision you make. And when your identity catches up to the vision, then that's when your timeline is going to collapse and you actually jump into that new timeline. How long that takes is going to be up to you. So in this section, we're going to do an activity. In your tables, I know they're looking a little messy right now. So we have a pink paper and you should have pens. We're gonna write a letter to our future self. And then we're gonna hand those over to Ket, and she's gonna take care of sending those back to us.
Your vibrational frequency is your brand. It's the vibration that you show up with each and every day. It's not something that you think about occasionally or that happens occasionally. It's how you show up to life every single day. You want to make sure that your vibration or your energy is high. I know I see a lot of high energy people in this room tonight. So you want to make sure that your energy is high, and not just most of the time. I know sometimes it's hard, we go through things, but for the majority of your life, you want to make sure that you're showing up positive, with gratitude, and with a high vibration. So how do you show up daily? How do you react under pressure? When something's hard, if you get an unexpected bill or bad news, does it tear you apart for days, weeks, or are you able to bounce back? How grateful, grounded, or reactive you are, and how people feel when they're around you, right? So your energy is your baseline frequency. And you don't attract what you think about occasionally, you attract what you consistently embody. So when you're vibrating high, opportunities find you more, right? Because you're aligning with other positive, good energy. It's how you treat people, what feels easy versus what feels blocked, and what stays versus what falls away. So the universe doesn't just respond to effort, it responds to frequency. So you want to make sure that your frequency is good and your energy is high. Your vibration rises when you practice gratitude. So how many times have you gotten like an unexpected bill in the mail and you're like, man, I don't even know if I have the money to pay this right now. And it kind of makes you sad and you get down on yourself. And it makes you so upset and you're thinking, this is always happening to me. And then later on that week, you might get a speeding ticket, or you're driving and you get into a car accident. And it's like one thing after another because you're negative and your energy is down. But how many times have you gotten an unexpected bill and said, man, I'm so grateful. I know this thing stinks and I don't want to pay it, but I'm grateful that at least I have the funds to do it or the means to do it, and I'm still going to be able to eat tonight. My lights are still on and I still have a roof over my head, right? We're grateful that we can still move on. And all of a sudden you get a bonus at work, or something else happens, you get a new client. It's because you're vibrating at a higher frequency. You're grateful for what you have. And that's how you should show up to life. When you have self-trust over self-criticism, I know a lot of us speak to ourselves with that inner critic. We're negative.
I'm too big, or I'm too small, or I have too much cellulite. We're constantly, I'm not confident enough. It's just one thing after another. We want to speak to ourselves with positivity, give ourselves grace. And you want to feel grounded in confidence instead of urgency. Don't have that desperation. Don't have that urgency in life. Make things more easy. And when you can regulate your own emotions instead of being so reactive, making sure that you can self-soothe, that you know how to control your emotions. And appreciation for what is and not obsessing for what's missing. I know a lot of times we want things, right? We want things in life, but you should be grateful for what you have and still hope for more. Does anyone know, like when you meet someone and you meet someone new, how do you feel, right? How do you leave them feeling? Do they feel like, wow, that was a great interaction with this person and she's such a breath of fresh air? Or do they leave saying, man, I never want to talk to her again because she is so negative and I just can't, like she just took my energy down. So you always want to make sure, try to think about that and make sure that you're leaving people with a good feeling, that they're seeing that, you know, you're a positive person, you're such a delight to be around, and even on the hard times, they can turn to you and they can make, you know, you can make them feel good about themselves.
The next slide is our last slide, and we're going to do an activity. So before that video plays, I wanted to say thank you to Kat again, Pretty Little Reed. Thank you. I want to say thank you again to all of you girls for being here, for listening to us. I hope it was useful. It was amazing hearing your stories. I hope you noticed that everybody can relate in a lot of ways, and we're all going through a lot of the same things, so it's normal. And we just wanted to thank you for investing in yourself today. So the next video is going to set the tone for the year. So when you walk out of here, you're already walking out as a version of yourself in your vision board. That first step, that first decision, that first conversation is going to be showing up as her.
And this is such a good, I love this video. I just want to say that. When Kathy sent it to me and she was like, look at this, I found this. And I was driving to work one day and I said, I'm going to say it. And I'm going to say it every single morning as I drive to work while I'm watching the sun come up. And my life was already good. I had already gotten a raise at work. Things were good. I had a good position. And I said, I don't know what else can happen, but I'm going to say it. And I got a second promotion in 1 year. And like just so many things happened to me and I was like, I think this really does work. So I'm really excited about this video, so I hope you all love it.
Okay, TikTok can literally change your life. I saw a video a couple weeks ago and it was this girl and she was talking about this affirmation that she says, and it's so simple. I started saying it, and when I say that my life has changed, my mindset's changed, everything. The affirmation, show me how good it can get. Show me how good it can get. You just give it up and you put it out there and it's like, show me how good it can get. Trust me, I've told all my friends, just trust me.
I love this video because it shows we can be successful and get everything we want, but with grace. So we're gonna say, Mel's gonna count it for your shoulder fingers.
So everyone's gonna stand.
We're gonna say it together.
We're gonna clap.
Yes. So we're gonna say it twice. I'm gonna do it now so you have it, and then we're gonna do it together. Okay? So it's gonna go, show me how good it can get. 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 Thank you.
Then another big thank you to Melissa and Kathy because they put so much work into creating this for you guys, you know?